Nice. We haven't had 18 straight on in a while either. Fuck it.
Let's just go.
Welcome back to Your Fuel Fantasy Football. It is Sunday morning, week 4. Where are we?
I'm not on my shit this morning.
All right. Well,
It's been a long weekend for
we're
all
up,
of us.
We're up early. You're up early with us. Let's get you. I hope you guys get some lineup set. Get you ready for week 4 action here. Hopefully, you're not in a massive hole because you ran into a bunch of Rams players or Vikings players on Thursday night.
Hopefully you could weather that just a little bit. What do we? I don't even know.
Are you okay today?
I'm brain dead. I don't want a life today.
All right. Well, let's start with some players who are expected to be in and expected to be out today. Marlon Mack is not expected to go, so that does make Wilkins and Hines viable.
And
Desperation
you know who
flex plays.
got promoted off the practice squad?
Jeremy McNichols.
Jeremy motherfucking
McNichols.
McNichols.
What is dead men never die.
Let's keep the train rolling.
So Jordan Wilkins and Nyheim Hines are both flex consideration as per the norm when Marlon Mack doesn't play.
Yep, and it's also not a terrible matchup, especially for Hines. Pass catching backs have done pretty well against the Texans so far this year.
Sat both Cup and Woods in a league. Good week. This is. I mean, I told you guys to start Cup. Just saying. And
It was on paper their toughest matchup of the season. So
first
I don't blame
question:
people.
Will Fuller or Kenny Galladay?
Galladay.
Fuller.
Fuller. Galladay, that game script against Dallas scares me a little bit. Dallas's defense is good, but their offense is not, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of throwing
And
in
specifically,
Detroit.
their pass defense has been good. They have no Sean Lee this
Right.
week. I think the Lions may try to run all over him.
Another question is who are your other two receivers? 'Cause I love them both this week.
That's true as
so-
well.
Yeah.
It sounds like Jeffrey is going to see his first action this week. He's coming off an illness, so I'm not sure how many snaps he'll see, but we actually get our first Jeffrey sighting this week.
Yeah, illness and shoulder. I think this is more of a decoy, red zone, limited snaps type of game. So really, this bumps Nelson Aguilar up a little bit for me, just because you're going to have to cover Jeffrey, which should give him a little bit softer coverage. But watch it this week. He should be full go next week, but don't run Jeffrey out there yet all the way.
All right. We should see Larry Fitzgerald in the afternoon games this week. He is expected to be extremely gimpy, though, so probably would try to avoid starting him.
I would put him on your bench for probably most players.
All right.
I don't see him getting much.
Lindsay or Michelle. It says
Lindsay.
Mitchell, but I'm guessing Michelle. I don't know Mitchell. Do you know Mitchell?
Malcolm Mitchell.
Malcolm Mitchell, I guess. I don't know. Philip Lindsay in that case. He's got a great matchup. Michelle or Breida.
Breida.
Breida's in a better matchup. The thing with Sonny Michel, he's a fine volume play this week. Miami's run defense is pretty okay.
Yeah, Miami's run defense is giving up 3.3 yards a carry. Michelle is currently at 3.5 yards a carry, so don't
I'd
expect...
probably lean Michelle with this one
And James White's been a little bit more over Breida,
over Lindsay
over Lindsay.
because of volume and the fact that
I'm
both Josh Gordon.
No, I love Lindsay in this matchup.
I'm Team Lindsay
That's fine. I mean, I think I have him around the same, but
in this case. I'm Team Lindsay. I just want to see Michelle do a little bit more than 3.5 yards a carry with some of that volume. I want to see how he's used. Any parlays today?
ooh,
That's a damn question.
no, I don't make enough money to sports bet too hard, but I'm sure I could figure out some good ones.
There are a couple that I mentioned on Friday's show that I liked over-unders on at least, but I don't remember what they were now.
I knew I liked the Lions over the Cowboys this week. I have no idea why the
Oh
Cowboys
yeah,
are
the
favored.
Cowboys were favored. Yes, I do like the Lions over the Cowboys. And one of the over-unders felt low. Was it Atlanta-Cincinnati, maybe?
I think it was Saints
That's
Giants
high
was only
50.
50.
Or Saints-Giants, yeah. It was one of those two.
They have Hyder Sanders half point for Jake.
I don't know how you can bench Sanders right now.
Going. Hyder Sanders,
He's
yeah.
got a great matchup, too. That's tough.
I think I'd still start Sanders in half point though.
Still leaning Sanders. You've gotten a
Yeah.
good half out of Carlos Hyde this year, and even though I think it opens up for him more, I've been in some situations where I have to start Carlos Hyde. I'm more comfortable running Sanders out there in a half PPR. Standard flex: Cole, Ridley, Godwin. Ridley.
I'm chasing the points, orgy.
Yeah, I'm not even. It's not even necessarily about chasing the points orgy for me. It's raining in Jacksonville.
In a low
Yeah,
over under game.
that's
Should
In
be
a low over-under game. I don't like Cole's volume in standard. Godwin against the Bears. They are going to be without Amukamara, but that pass rush
and you
can make things difficult.
I mean, you're talking about chasing touchdowns.
Yeah.
That one's got one in 4 straight games, dating back to last season. So
and I'm sorry if
I'm still going Ridley, but
who could I trade McCoy for? Who are some guys that you would value around LaShawn McCoy?
fuck.
That's-
Ask me this after this game.
Yeah, I think he has a
Honestly.
I think he does have a better game this week. And that his value is going to go up. As of right now, I don't know that there's a lot of movement you could make for him.
I mean, maybe you could get you're probably trying to trade him for something like Mike Williams right now.
Right.
I'll do him as like a throw-in piece to try to use his name cachet to kind of bump up a position that you want to upgrade with. That'd be probably the best you can
Yeah,
do with him.
you'd want to use him in a 2-for-1 almost certainly.
Yeah.
But his standalone value right now is awful. You're really hoping he has a good game against the Packers to kind of stabilize his
And
value.
that's when you would. That's if you want to move him. I would move him after today's
Yeah, see if he
game.
has a good game against the Packers and can get some hype going for himself. Because as of right now, you probably can't trade him for much of anything.
Right. Start full over Burrito at flex and standard, right? Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, just
Just with Breeda's injury too.
because Breeda's dinged up.
Yeah.
If he was healthy, I'd probably take Breida.
You're welcome, Jake. He said thank you.
Thank you.
Flex Marshawn Lynch, Kenny Golladay, or Tyler Lockett in standard. Lynch.
I like
Yes.
running backs more in standard than most receivers.
Yeah, Andy's
They're, on par.
locked for goal line work, and I still think the running game's kind of how they have to do things. And it's not the worst matchup in that regard. 0-3 with Luck. Thinking about starting Keenum versus the Chiefs. I know the rankings say Luck, but what are your thoughts on changing lineups for false hope for a new outcome?
I don't think Keenum's
I don't-
matchup this week.
No, I don't either. He's gonna have to throw. It should be a good volume play.
I'm not sure we have Luck ahead of Keenum.
I think Luck has a higher floor just because of the talent, but I think Keenum's going to have it's going to have the most upside against the Chiefs.
I
a
would
lot of throwing.
I would be okay with making that move, especially if you've been burnt by Luck. I would be okay with starting Keenum in that scenario. I got Boyd, Demaryius Thomas, and Kenny Golladay. Who should I start? Half point PPR.
You're definitely starting Thomas.
Demaryius Thomas.
Who
the-
should I? Well,
It-
is it just one?
Between the other two,
Between the other two, I probably lean Boyd in this scenario. Those are two guys that have close to each other. I just think that there's going to be a shootout in Atlanta, and we've seen Boyd get utilized relatively heavily the last couple weeks. So I do like Boyd over Golladay, but I like Demaryius Thomas over both of them. Just should be a shootout against the Chiefs like it normally is.
plus it's always like just from like a completely non-analysis side of it, it's really fun having a guy going into Monday night.
Will Fournette start today?
Yes, he is active.
He is active. Yes, so he should go. So McCoy over Lindsey this week.
No, I'm taking Lindsey.
Oh, I'm starting
I'm going
McCoy.
McCoy.
Yeah, I'm starting McCoy.
Volume, like I like Lindsey, but he doesn't get he just won't see the same volume as a guy like McCoy could. I don't.
I'm with you. I think
Yeah.
that McCoy's going to get volume. I think that the Packers' defense is not fantastic. I think that McCoy is kind of game script proof most of the time because he can catch footballs, and I think if the offense continues to open things up, you'll be
So
fine.
just for frame of reference, Lindsey's my running back 18 this week.
Yeah,
I know.
We know he's your start of the week. Full point PPR need 2 of 3. Ajayi, Phillip Lindsay, Leonard Fournette.
Full PPR, I'm sitting a Jai.
You're sitting Ajayi in full PPR.
I'd rather start Lindsey and
So Nick's
Fournette.
answer to every question was
It-
Lindsey.
it is Philip Lindsay.
You are starting
Um,
Leonard Fournette. That is a lock and must start.
Leonard Fournette for sure. Lindsey hasn't seen a ton of pass volume either.
He's seen 6 targets this season. 6.
I like Ajayi this week. Full PPR though. Let's go Lindsey for the sake of argument. Ajayi does have a broken back, so
yeah,
it's close on those
Okay.
two for me though.
that's fine.
Fournette, Gio, Landry, rank him this week, half PPR.
Fournette, Gio, Landry. Gio and Fournette I have right next to each other.
They would be.
In full PPR, I'm probably going Gio.
It's half.
Oh, half. Fournette by a hair, and then
Fournette, Landry, Gio.
Yeah, that's
No,
where I'm at.
I do Fournette, Gio, Landry,
I'm
but they're all
I'm
top
Fournette,
12 at
Landry,
their
Gio.
position.
Yeah,
like find a way to get all 3 of those in your lineup, unless
Yeah.
your team
that
is
is
just
a
stacked.
that is a correct answer, Nick.
Yep.
If you can,
Raymond says thank you. You're welcome.
you're welcome, man.
Carr, Mariota, Tannehill, and Bethard have to play one with Wentz and 2 QB. Tannehill.
Yeah, definitely Tannehill.
Yeah.
I love Tannehill as a streamer this week. If you've got him, go ahead and throw him out there. He's had multiple touchdowns, I think, in his last 6 games, going back to 2016. And
Yeah, the only one I'd
he-
even consider with him is Mariota, and I don't trust the arm yet.
Andy averages about 350 yards against the Patriots. Flex in another standard league. Sony Michel, Keelan Cole, Amari Cooper, or Chris Carson.
Carson.
Carson. Volume.
He is playing, right?
Yep.
He was questionable
Yes,
with the hip.
he's
Well,
playing.
he's in the afternoon game, so we won't know for sure. But it's been reported.
Randall
he will
Cobb
play.
is out, guys, today. No Randall Cobb. Fire up your G.
Geronimo Allison. gets a
Allison.
decent bump.
Geronimo!
And Josh Gordon is active today.
Is Trent Taylor droppable in Dynasty? Depends on what's out there, obviously, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in any sort of normal
Mostly.
size league, yes.
Generally, yes.
And if you're in one of our monster leagues, then no.
Standard Kerryon Johnson or Doug Baldwin.
Johnson. No Sean Lee for Dallas.
Yeah. I'm going to lean Johnson. The run defense has been all right, and Detroit's
pick
still kind
2
of
of 'em?
fumbling around with the...
Different one.
Yeah, Detroit's still kind of fumbling around with their running game, but Baldwin coming off an injury. I'm usually tepid on guys coming off an injury in their first week back. That's not saying I'm not starting
tough.
Baldwin someplace. So Demarius over Galladay and Boyd. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Demarius against the Chiefs is a must start this week.
Yep. Burrito, Lindsey, McCoy, or Mitchell picked Michelle, I'm assuming. Again, pick
Yeah.
2.
So it was Breida,
Lindsey, McCoy, or Michelle.
Burrito
McCoy for me. It's going to be Lindsey and probably Breida for Nick, if I had to guess.
Lindsey McCoy.
Lindsey McCoy? Okay. McCoy, Breida for Dan and I. A standard pick 2. Lynch, Deion Lewis, Kerryon Johnson, Jay Ajayi, Royce Freeman.
Lynch for sure.
Lynch, absolutely. I don't like Lewis this week. Tepid on Kerryon. It's Ajayi or Freeman.
I mean, Alfred Morris had a good week last week, plus scored a touchdown.
That's-
Kept things a little interesting. I lean Royce and I lean Royce and Lynch here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. They're pretty close to me. Morning, Colton. What's up? Good to see you. Dylan wants to know Sony or James White.
James White.
James White.
I'm higher on James White this week. He's been the more efficient runner, and the passing game should be active. So, I guess context for that answer though, that's any half or full PPR league.
Yeah.
Standard, I'd probably be the other way.
I'd probably lean Michelle in standard too.
Yep. Thanks for the advice. Big fan. Thank you, Richard.
Thanks, man.
We appreciate you. Appreciate you listening. We do enjoy our fans. PPR, Aguilar, Cooper, Kerryon Johnson, Burrito, or Geronimo Allison.
Too many names.
Is it? I'm assuming
That's
pick
a pick one.
PPR, yep, pick one.
I really don't want to set Geronimo with Cobb inactive.
It's Mari Cooper, Nelson Aguilar.
If it's, I'm assuming pick 2 because that's a lot of names. He didn't say though.
It just says PPR, so I'm guessing
Yeah.
it's let's rank them. Let's do that.
All right.
All right.
A lot of names there. Man, Geronimo jumps up. It's probably going to be
I still put Cooper up top.
It's gonna be
volume,
Cooper,
maybe.
Geronimo, Aguilar, Burrito, Johnson for me.
Okay, I'm just trying to write them all down here.
Oh,
so I
you
can
do
keep
that. I'm going
track.
to move on to some more questions because
yeah.
they're flowing in.
Sorry, Jeff.
Flex Lockett, Mike Williams, or Keelan Cole. Chargers play 4:30.
I like Mike Williams here with the banged up Allen that he could see. This could be his true breakout game.
Allen's playing though.
He's
most likely.
I know. I probably
I hate saying this as an owner, but it's not like we haven't seen Allen hurt himself before in a game.
It's true, but still, he is supposed to play, and one of those is a tooth injury, which I don't know how much that hurts, but I'm not sure how much it affects your on-field performance.
Tooth and knee.
So
One of my favorite injury reports ever.
I'm tepidly Keelan Cole in this situation.
Yeah.
Mike Williams, I don't like the game script there, or potential game script there, and I think that with Mike Williams, you're going to be banking on a touchdown, which is always fluky.
I still think I'm going Williams. I just don't trust a lot of points happening in that Jacksonville game.
I like Williams' upside, but I understand if you want to go Cole for floor.
So,
because I think he'll get the floor.
Sounds like the answer is Mike Williams from 2 or 3 of us.
Yeah.
Is it cool to stack Lindsey and Demaryius Thomas? Yes.
Yes.
As many pieces as you can from that game.
Yep.
I have a league where I literally have Watkins, Lindsey, and Freeman all going.
I have the Bears defense and Mike Evans. Is that safe? Yes.
Yes.
That is kind of the scenario that you would want in this one because Mike Evans should still have enough volume to where he's not going to dud you, and the Bears defense is more so going to feast on. You're worried about Fitzpatrick in that situation more than other pieces.
I mean, he should still get volume, but there's also going to be sacks and turnovers that will not affect Mike Evans.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't worry about that.
Phillip Rivers or Deshaun Watson?
Rivers.
Yeah, Colts defense has been better than expected.
I'm starting the Colts defense in a lot of places this week.
And Rivers has a 49ers team that's missing, has 2 cornerbacks beat up.
And don't worry too much about game script because for the game to get completely out of whack,
if Rivers
probably has to score a couple
2 or
times
3
first.
touchdowns.
That's why I still like Mike Williams.
Yeah.
Good morning.
What's up, Flort?
Good morning. Think we should change the standard title to PPR because I'm pretty sure that's the new standard. Half PPR is the new standard, but from an industry standpoint, we've always differentiated with standard, half PPR, full PPR.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that I don't want to confuse that.
They should really just drop the whole standard term and should just go to non-PPR.
Standard should
zero
just
PPR
standard should just be gone away. But right now, until the standard
really
should just go away. But
really
until the terminology in the industry starts to flip, we're gonna try to keep it consistent. Mike Williams or Keelan Cole, half PPR. That's still Williams for 2 or 3 of us, I think.
Yeah.
Quick note: Corey Clement is inactive. So.
Inactive?
Well, fire up your Wendell Smallwoods.
Yeah, Wendell Smallwood, unfortunately, because actually catching him somewhere, and Ajayi gets a slight bump.
Yeah.
No Devontae Parker this week
I meant
either.
to make some lineup changes, maybe.
Just said thanks. Sorry, a lot of depth on the team. No big deal. We're always happy to answer. Joe would like to know Mike Williams, Tyler Boyd, or Devontae Adams, I'm guessing. Pick 2, standard. Devontae Adams for sure.
Yep, and then...
I'd go Boyd here over
Boyd
Williams.
over Williams in this case.
Yeah, probably more volume.
Yep. Breida or Buck Allen in half PPR?
Breida.
That was quick.
Yeah.
I don't hate Buck Allen, though.
I don't hate him, but he's been real touchdown reliant so far, and I don't.
Pittsburgh doesn't really give up a lot of
I'm starting him
pass
because
catching
of a bye week, so.
Yeah.
Oh no, you may have to start him, and I don't hate it. Just I actually like Breida this
He's
week.
fun to touchdown 4 times.
I do like
3 games.
Breida
Pretty
this
good.
week. Kind of my point. The standard title is dumb. I agree. The standard format is dumb. Honestly,
that too.
I don't like. I'm not a fan of the standard format because it puts too much emphasis on touchdowns. And I agree that with ESPN flipping to half PPR should be the standard scoring format. It's just it's a terminology thing.
Yeah. Honestly, what I'd like to see eventually is more platform support points per first down as well.
Yeah.
And that would help balance things out.
Time for the awkward flex question. No PPR bonus for 40+ yard touchdown. So it's a big play league.
Okay.
Keelan Cole, Amari Cooper, Aaron Jones. Amari Cooper. Yeah. Jacksonville's receivers this week are not necessarily something I like a whole lot.
Yeah, Cole's like the only one I'd even consider, and even then I'm still trying to avoid it.
Yeah, it's a deeper flex thing. And Aaron Jones, Rodgers is calling for him to be on the field. I think he's the most explosive back they have, but until they get their life together and decide what they're actually doing, give me Cooper with the volume. Non-PPR, Royce Freeman or Sony PlayStation 2?
Royce. Oh man, that's tough.
It's Royce for me.
Non-PPR.
Yeah,
Better matchup.
I'd still go Royce, but I'm hoping that
It's
Michelle
close.
has a good enough game. He can become a PS3 this week.
Maybe even a PS4
Double down, Dan.
or a PSP Vita.
There's just double down, Dan.
Double
with
down,
a lot-
Dan.
A lot of exclamation points here. So there a story behind that?
I think that's a work reference.
Yeah.
I've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning, so I'm not quite there.
Oh, well,
I'm like half,
I'm not there. I really.
Are you
need-
going to get a coffee at the bar?
probably.
I really need some Captain Morgan in my
I'll
life
probably start off with some
right
Baileys.
now.
They really need to sponsor us.
Ah, dude. I know. What else do we got on news since we kind of got right into questions? What else do we have to talk about since those have kind of come down for a minute?
No Terrence Williams.
Yay.
They're finally benching him.
Oh, thank God.
About time.
They brought Bryce Butler.
They
back,
brought
and
in Bryce Butler. I'm interested in that.
Golden Tate is going to go.
It's good news. Tate and Galladay are the two wide receivers I like in that matchup, more so than Marvin Jones. Oh, here we go. More questions. Half PPR, half point for first down.
Ooh,
Lamar Miller, Tyler Lockett, Royce Freeman, or Sony Michel.
Miller? No, he doesn't get.
still probably Miller.
I'd probably be Miller in points for first down. I might be more.
This might be Michelle.
Well, no, Freeman, because points for first down and James White is pretty much the defined third down back in New England. I don't expect to see a lot of third down Sony Michel, which fades out a little bit for me.
Third and short.
Third and short. James White is still. I mean, I probably need to look into that snap percentage more, but James White is still kind of the third and short, third and long. I don't think it matters. James White is probably more likely to get that work. So it's Royce Freeman, Lamar Miller for me.
Yep.
Deshaun Jackson or Larry Fitz, full point PPR. Fitzgerald, I know he's not 100%, but especially with PPR, Jackson does not get enough volume. He's very big play dependent.
He's been under 50% snaps all 3
Mhm.
weeks. It's been all big plays saving his day. So don't go chasing touchdowns, I guess.
Yeah.
I agree.
Browns D sneaky play this week. Yes.
I don't even think it's sneaky.
I think they're
it's
top
just- it's an
5,
obvious
top
start.
6 for all
we,
5.
yeah,
for
we
all
said
three
we
of
said a
us.
couple weeks ago that the Browns were going to be good for a 3 or 4 week stretch here. I don't remember what the schedule is exactly off the top of my head,
I
but
think they catch somebody shitty next week.
there's a couple of us that are doing the same thing in multiple leagues with the Browns defense.
Next week's actually not bad. They get the Ravens. Week after that's probably when you're not starting them against the Chargers.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, the Browns defense they've given you double digits every week this year, I'm pretty sure.
They're currently, I think, the defense like 4.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson or Big Ben at home? Big Ben.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ben in this matchup. The Ravens' pass defense has not been great this year.
Jimmy Smith is hurt still and
Suspended.
He's suspended.
suspended. Sorry.
It's tough to keep track with him, I know.
Yes,
it
he's
is.
either hurt or suspended. So
It's a home game for Ben, so obviously the splits come in handy, and everything they've done has been a shootout, but they have the offense to win shootouts. So yeah, I love Big Ben.
Yeah, I mean, worst case, I think the Ravens start scoring on the Steelers, and then he has to throw a bunch. So
Yeah, I agree.
this could be like a 5 or 6 touchdown game for Big Ben. Really good.
Hopkins with his ankle, hamstring, and thumb is going.
Yep. I wasn't ever real concerned
There
about
was
that.
no worry for me there.
Yeah, Fournette officially active, Marlon Mack inactive versus the Texans. We knew that.
Miller's inactive.
Uh,
Anthony Miller.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
I was like,
Sorry.
what the
I was like,
fuck?
what?
When did Lamar Miller get hurt?
That's Dan breaking news right there.
Right?
Devontae Parker quad inactive versus the Patriots. That's expected.
Gordon is going to go, but it's not going to. We're not sure how much of a playbook he's going to see. McCoy is active. Golden Tate is active. Sam Bradford is getting demoted to third string.
Nice.
Yep. Mike Glennon is now your QB2 in Arizona.
So Rosen's going to get hurt, and we're going to see more Mike Glennon. Awesome.
Should I start Marvin Jones and Kenny Galladay half PPR? I should have put Amari Cooper in for Marvin Jones. I would do exactly that. Put Amari Cooper in for Marvin Jones. Jones is my least favorite in the wide receiver in that offense right this week, just because I don't expect that it's a barn burner shootout of a throwing match. So I'm Cooper over Jones.
Yeah, and Jones hasn't done a lot if he hasn't scored a touchdown.
Right. Galladay and Tate have had the volume.
Trying to find some weather news. Talk about the weather. It's raining in Jacksonville. I didn't really see how much or how bad it's coming down, but it was enough to take some coaches off the field. So,
all right, I got the weather report here.
Ridley, AJ Green, or Boyd, AJ Green.
I mean, I don't see how you can possibly sit AJ.
Yeah,
Green
you
right
don't
now.
sit AJ Green.
no.
And then as far as the other two, I'm Boyd over Ridley. James White or Matt Breida, full point PPR.
James White.
Yeah, it's James White for me too.
Yeah,
full
I want to
PPR.
see how much Bethard checks down to Breida before we.
There's a lot of
endorse
there's
that.
there's gonna be a lot of checkdowns. We don't know how healthy Breida is.
Full PPR: Lamar Miller, Michael Crabtree, Alshon Jeffrey, Calvin Ridley.
Well, not Alshon.
Yeah, I'm not risking
yet.
Alshon yet. I think that's Miller still.
I like Crabtree.
I like Crabtree a lot, but I still think it's Miller.
Especially
I
with
think
full point.
I think it's Miller also. Standard league: Jags defense or Chicago?
Jags.
Jacksonville.
Jags is my number one defense this week.
Yeah, that's not going to be a high scoring game. The thing with
That's fine.
Chicago is even though they should be fine, there is the possibility Fitzmagic is still magical.
Is there a way you can start both of them?
Right. They're both good.
Like
but,
message
yeah,
commiss, I need to flex my
Jags.
defense,
Yeah,
please.
we need a 2 defense league. Winter Big Ben. Big Ben for me this week.
Yeah.
It's a matchup thing. It's the Steelers defense is not very good, so it's a shootout thing.
He's at home.
He's at home. It's a top 10 Big Ben week for sure.
I agree.
Lynch or Gio Bernard. Gio Bernard without Joe Mixon there.
There's only 2 running backs active there.
Yeah.
It'll be a heavy dose of Gio.
Yeah, it's a lot of Gio.
And a sprinkling of Mark Walton.
Yep. Leonard Fournette or Carlos Hyde, half PPR.
Fournette.
Yeah, Fournette, especially with the weather there, which we just mentioned the rain, there's going to be a lot of running, and there should be a lot of running anyway. This should be a kind of a grind it out sort of game.
Yeah, hopefully it's a little more exciting than their 6-9 matchup they had last week, but maybe somebody.
That would have been different if Fournette was playing. I don't know if it would have gone 6-9.
I don't think it would have either.
Tennessee's run defense is very, very good.
So those are pass defense.
They just got a good defense.
They just got a good defense.
Which is why we're also a little bit lower on Philadelphia in general this week.
Yep.
No problem, Jake.
Yeah, I don't really have much else for breaking news here. It's been
kind of slow this morning.
Yeah, the only real surprise and active I think has been Clement, and then Cobb wasn't that big a surprise.
Any weather updates there?
No, it's
There, Nicholas?
outside of Jacksonville, it seems to be pretty all right from
yeah,
weather
it's
standpoint.
mostly clear.
Oh, goddamn NFL.
Right, mostly clear, kind of cool in some places.
Yeah, and even the Jets Jaguars game is expected to clear up by the
Nickelback or Limp Bizkit in points per boo league.
Oh, points per boo league?
Oh, that'd be Nickelback.
Nickelback for sure.
I was gonna say I am fine with Limp Bizkit. So.
See, and the problem is it's not 20 years ago.
I've gone down the Limp Bizkit's break stuff a few thousand times.
Yeah, I don't hate Limp Bizkit, even though he kind of died off. I mean, not really died off, but if it were 15 years ago, that might be edge Limp Bizkit because Nickelback's first couple CDs weren't bad, but
they weren't hated as much.
Nickelback is universally hated. It's like the Cam Newton of mainstream rock music.
Though unlike Cam Newton, they actually deserve it.
Right. Exactly.
So they're the Justin Bieber of mainstream rock music.
More or less.
Come on, NFL, give me something interesting happening. I want to have something that we can freak out over. Like, give me Antonio Brown as an active or something.
Yeah. Dan, any breaking news?
Just make shit up at this
Let
point.
me make some shit up then.
Do you want to talk about Ronald Jones being active at all? Or
Yeah, let's talk about that really
Sure.
quick. Ronald Jones. So with Ronald Jones, him being active is Nick Vannett or Virgil Green. Oh man,
Is there somebody else? Like, there's got to be somebody else.
Screw it,
there.
Nick Vannett. Just do it. The dream's not gonna die. Nick Vannett.
yeah, Cardinals haven't been good against tight ends, but unfortunately they're splitting. So
Right, but Virgil Green hasn't, and Chargers tight ends haven't really been used much.
yeah, they haven't been doing anything.
Deion Lewis or Corey Davis, full PPR. It's Corey Davis, just strict volume there.
And also, I'm picking the person who's not running into the Eagles' front four.
Right. No, the Deion Lewis is a very, very, very deep league flex this week, and Leonard Fournette is a lot of emojis there. And Leonard Fournette is not Leonard Fournette. Corey Davis. Yes, it is a volume guy. So there you go. I think Derrick Henry was his name. I was like, I don't know. I'm not here this morning. Keenan Allen, Antonio Callaway, Tyler Boyd, or Doug Baldwin, standard league with a lot of exclamation points and question mark emojis.
Okay. Emojis.
It looks like
Lean your
looks
head
like-
over here.
like hazard sign emojis. Like hazard hazard exclamation points.
You're starting Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
Keenan Allen for
Allen.
sure. Other than that, Tyler Boyd for me.
You are all in on the Tyler Boyd
I'm
train
all
this
in on
week.
Tyler Boyd, and I want to be all in on Doug Baldwin, and maybe I can be, but I don't really. Doug Baldwin usually starts slow anyway. He's getting his first snaps coming off a double knee injury. No problem, Jorge. Starting Lockett, Mike Evans, and Mike Williams. Just need one more.
Oh, those are his other receivers.
Oh. Lockett, Mike Evans, and Mike Williams.
We're starting Keenan Allen. I mean,
Why are you starting Lockett over some of those other names?
I would start Boyd over Lockett.
I would start Baldwin over Lockett.
I get the standard though.
Yeah, I get it also. So let's just pick three. It sounds like there's three. It'd be Mike Evans for sure.
Maybe pick 4, right?
Is it? Oh yeah, pick
Start
4.
3 plus
Pick
flex.
4.
4 plus a flex. Okay. Oh, Mike Evans for sure.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan
for sure.
Allen, and then I'd go Doug Baldwin, Tyler Boyd. I think I actually am doing almost that exact same thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Thoughts on my lineup for this week? He's got Big Ben. I love that. Tyreek Hill, always a good play. Mike Evans, volume should be safe. David Johnson, Seattle's defense is not great. That's fine.
Yeah, I like it.
Like a half on the
Yep.
bad side.
Leonard Fournette,
Yeah,
pretty solid.
like it.
Kyle Rudolph, you already did good there. Emmanuel Sanders, I love Sanders in most situations. Will Lutz, high scoring game, absolutely. Colts defense, actually a sneaky good play this week. Yeah,
I give you.
I
It's
like
a
it.
solid lineup.
I give you 8 in the good column and like half in the bad column because Johnson scares the shit out of me.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
pretty good, Jake.
I actually like Johnson.
I
don't
need him to do good.
I don't really like Rosen. It's just it can't be. It can't get any worse.
Thanks for the sub,
Yeah,
John.
I'm like a
Thanks,
disappointed
John, I
dad.
appreciate-
I'm a disappointed dad right now. Watch it. I'm just telling Johnson to go out there and take some cuts.
Yeah, we actually appreciate it. Full PPR, need one. Jamal Williams, Deion Lewis, or Bilal Powell.
Jamal Williams. Oh no, full point.
No,
Deion Lewis.
It's not Jamal Williams. Yeah, Deion Lewis.
And real sad about it.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it, but Deion Lewis. That's the deep flex play I was talking about for Deion Lewis right
Yep.
there. I knew there was going to be one question this
I'm
week.
not starting a running back against the Jets against the Jaguars. It'd be tough.
And there was somebody who asked me a question on YouTube, and it was like, "Oh God, you are going Powell." I forgot what it was, but
I mean, he's got. Yeah.
Powell will get goal line work. There's that.
and he catches passes.
And he
I mean,
catches
James
passes,
White
but-
had 8 targets
Yeah,
against him.
I just like
so-
Deion Lewis more.
Yeah, I do too. I
Um,
guess talent more too.
Slightly better matchup, even though it's not great.
Yeah,
So,
slightly.
all right, guys.
That all we got?
Yeah, it's 11:03. Unless anybody has any more questions, we'll finish up our Ronald Jones thoughts to give you guys a chance to ask questions. Because we mentioned Ronald Jones, and everyone's like, "No, we don't want to talk about Ronald."
I
Jones.
mean, I feel with him. I wouldn't want to talk about him either.
This is an ugly matchup, so don't expect anything out of him anyway. The only thing to really keep an eye on is how many snaps he gets this week
It's the snap count, and he's looked. I mean,
and what situation.
Barber's
he's in.
looked bad. Jones has looked horrible in preseason, which is why he's been a healthy scratch for 3 games.
the Bucks are just trying to find something that
Yeah.
might possibly work. 'Cause I'd expect him to get some touches, probably in the 8 to 10 range at most. That
At
might
most.
even be high.
Yeah, I would
It may
probably
even
guess
be
more like
5
4 to 6.
Yeah, 4 to 6.
He might, yeah.
So Jones is pretty much a watch and see if he flashes, and then we can talk about it more after that.
Yeah, if you got a spot on your bench, I don't mind stashing him. There is some talent there. I don't know if this ever becomes a running team, but if you're in a deeper league, obviously ownable. Any sort of shallow league, though, like 8 or 10 man leagues, don't bother.
No.
We're happy to do it, Jake. He said he appreciates our help each week. John, our new subscriber. What's our view on Chris Hogan so far this year?
Oh God, puke emoji.
Highly disappointing is my view on Chris Hogan.
Yeah,
so
the
far
one
this
game
year.
the one game he did anything was the one everyone benched him because it was Jacksonville.
Yeah, it was 2 touchdowns. He's averaging only 5 targets a game, what should have been a premium situation for him to actually get targets. I don't think he's been over 30 yards.
Yeah.
Nope, he has not.
Maybe we have to wait till October for this Patriots offense to wake up, but it's not done much.
We'll
so
see
far.
how everything shakes up with with Edelman comes back and with Gordon gets into the offense more.
Losing Burkhead, they can't run as much anymore, so maybe that helps open up the passing game a little bit if they have to throw more. And can get some people fed. Hopefully Gordon and Edelman coming back helps free up Hogan a little bit.
He's not gonna. I mean, he'll have a couple nice games, I think, still this year. But
he's a hold, but he's definitely on timeout for a while.
yeah, and was it John? I would not. John.
All right, cool. Let's just keep it going. Fitzgerald or Fitzpatrick or Russell Wilson.
Wilson, I think.
Well, it's Wilson for me. I don't.
Yeah.
There's no hesitation on that one.
Yeah, Wilson.
It's.
Ooh.
I mean, especially with the report that Fitzpatrick almost got benched last week for Ryan Griffin. Now that Winston's back, he's on a short leash.
Wilson's
He's
got
got
the
even
Cardinals
shorter
also,
leash.
which is a better matchup, and Doug Baldwin back. So I think Doug Baldwin being back does help him.
And the running game's
No,
been somewhat figured
I
out.
agree with
too.
Wilson over it. I'm just saying now we have the
Yeah.
additional thing of Fitzpatrick could get yanked.
Adrian Peterson thoughts. Can he sustain all year?
All year, probably not, but he's
No.
going to have some blow-up games.
Yeah,
He will give you duds. That will.
He's probably an art.
Likely
He's
happen.
probably a middle running back to you rest of the season.
He's old Lamar Miller.
Pretty much, with a little
He's-
bit more upside.
He's our new Frank Gore. Him and Lynch.
But yeah, he start him in plus matchups or games you think that the Redskins are going to be winning. If you think the Redskins are going to get blown out, I would avoid them. That's
Okay.
basically what you do.
Would you drop an injured Evan Ingram for the possibility of Ronald Jones doing well? He also has Trey Burton and Kyle Rudolph.
I would not. I'd be looking to trade.
I'd be trying to trade one of those tight ends given the current state of tight
So
ends.
you absolutely should be either trading or dropping a tight end because there's no reason you need 3.
Yeah, I would try to trade them though because if you got 3 of the 8 tight ends that you can trust, you need to try to move one of those and get something back. 'Cause there's going to be somebody out there.
I think
that's desperate.
Rudolph has the later bye week. I think he's week 8. Burton's week 6, and Ingram's hurt right now. So I'd be trying to trade either Burton or Ingram, and then roll with Rudolph in the other one.
Probably Burton because
with him being healthy.
with Ingram's injury, it's gonna be tough to move. Yep.
Try to trade one.
I wouldn't
free up
drop
the roster
him.
spots, and then try to pick up Rojo.
Patriots look like they're falling apart. In John's opinion, end of an era. I
hope so.
I'm not gonna. I hope so, but I'm not gonna say that yet, just because they started 2-2 last year, and look how that ended up.
I'm not burying him till Thanksgiving.
Yeah, if they lose at home today, I'm gonna be getting the shovel out.
Yeah, I'll start wetting the dirt down, but we'll bury him at Thanksgiving if they're not going to make the playoffs.
Traded Hogan for Rudolph just before week 1, feeling pretty good about that. I would be also.
Yeah, I would have not felt great about the trade when you first made it, but it's looking good now.
It's looking good, yeah, especially given that having a decent tight end this year could be the difference between, I mean, that could win you multiple weeks.
Yeah, and Rudolph's done it.
He's been consistent this year.
He's been consistent. It's been mostly quiet, but he's at least been consistent for you.
Besides week 1's 2 targets, he's had over 6.
He still got you a touchdown too. So
yeah.
Been having some trouble on the flex position. Choices are Deion Lewis, Corey Davis, Quincy Enunwa, Kerryon Johnson, and Antonio Callaway, full PPR. Corey Davis.
Davis, if you're chasing kind of a bigger game, if you're looking floor, I'd go Johnson.
Yeah. I like Davis's volume, especially with full PPR.
Mm-hmm.
James White or Alex Collins in full PPR?
Collins. I went back and I checked Collins against the Steelers last year, and he fucking killed them.
Yeah, but that was. I think James White. This is a different year. This is a different looking Collins. He just doesn't get the same work as he got last year. He played him late last year when he had the work. And this is when you had, Buck Allen not eating into his goal line touches, and it's close to me though.
I agree with Dan on this one. It's James White.
Very close for me, but
I actually started Buck over Collins in a league. Brady or Tannehill?
Brady.
It's still Brady,
so
but that's
close.
way closer than it should be.
Yeah.
When we have to pause and think about it, that's
I want it to be Tannehill really, really bad.
Check your waiver wire and see if Eli or Dalton's available.
Yeah, that's a good point. Also, Eli and Dalton if they're out there, but it's
even Case Keenum.
It's got to be Brady as much as I want it to be Tannehill. I really want it to be. Tannehill.
Would not be shocked if Tannehill does outscore him.
Yep.
Well, that's about it.
All right. Thank you guys very, very much for tuning in. The questions were good. We actually ran about 10 minutes longer than we normally do, so we appreciate that. As long as questions are coming, we'll
keep them coming. We can
hang
stay
out
until
we absolutely have to leave, which is like 11:40ish.
Yeah, 11:30, 11:40 Central Time.
Central Standard Time. So we appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week, though. The response has been great. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for asking questions. We will be back same time next week.
Yeah, we'll be back here next week, same time. And announcement, we're going to start live streaming our podcast Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights. So keep an eye out for that if you're subscribed.
Yeah, why not? I
Okay,
mean,
yeah, I'm
right,
down
we
for
had this
it.
production meeting on Friday.
Oh, we did. I didn't realize that was all right. Cool.
But we
I-
talked about this on Friday because we've just been recording, not editing, and uploading straight to
Yeah,
YouTube.
I
and you
agree.
can take that step out if you just live stream it to YouTube.
Yep. So if you want to watch the episodes live as we're recording them, we'll be here and we can maybe start trying to work in some listener questions during the episodes.
That is
Yep.
a fantastic
we'll try keeping,
idea.
yeah, we'll try to keep comments enabled for that, and
we just
you know,
have to speed up.
go
our-
from there. You know, if they start to run excessively long, then we might have to change the format. But yeah, be looking for those live streams though. We're gonna try something new with that mid-season. We don't make a lot of mid-season changes, but
This is
it
one of
makes-
those fuck it, why not?
It makes sense, so why not? Can the Bills pull off the upset?
I'm fucking rooting
I
for the
hope
Bills this
so.
week.
Yeah, I
to
am
pull off
I am going to act like a diehard Bills fan this week,
Yeah, it won't be hard for me to root for Josh Allen.
this.
especially
We know.
against the Packers.
Right. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We will see you Monday.
See you Monday
back
night.
Here
See you
live
tomorrow.
for the first time.
Otherwise, we'll be wherever you want your podcasts.
Yeah, that was actually news. You just got news at the same time Dan and I did, as far as that being a confirmed change.
Yeah.
So, thanks, guys.
Later.
Yep.